So I guess we'll move on to our next topic then, which is the Fine Brothers react around the world.
Ooh.
Well, before I share my opinions,
It's not really.
what do
They
you
were
guys think?
trying to. Well, like I didn't know about it until Michael told me about it, and really the way Michael explained to me was people are kind of overreacting because they were doing it to kind of build their brand.
Yeah.
In a way, and like kind of so other people could use it and they still get profit from it. But people kind of took it as, which they took it as like we could put a React video and then they could take it down.
Yeah.
But I don't think they would do that.
One of the other problems is there's a bigger corporation that they're part of now.
Yeah, that
So
probably
to a
would.
certain extent, their control on it is a little. And the fact is that they would, even if they're saying they wouldn't, they would
have
have
that
the power.
Yeah,
And that part of that
probably.
is less Fine Bros and more of an overarching problem with just internet media in general.
Yeah. Specifically
And
YouTube.
Yeah.
But my opinion on it was I understood exactly what they were trying to say, but I also when I watched the original video, I saw problems in what they did say, and I was like, if I was with them, I would have been like, guys, let's cut these certain things out of your video and upload the rest of it.
And I was reading this one article that was like they basically would have gotten away with it if they didn't release that video. If they just waited like 3 days.
Yeah, like essentially, if they put it up and they were like,
been too late
we're
for
going to
anyone
make
to do
React
anything
around the
about
world, and you guys can join us and make reaction videos and so on and so forth. If they were like, don't say that you're trademarking anything, just do it, but don't say it.
Right.
They're not. No one's going to complain. And there was a couple other things I can't even remember now because it's been so long since I watched it. There's a couple other things they said that they shouldn't have said. Like there was a scene where one of them was like, how did he word it? He said something like, if you don't want to join us, then what's wrong with you? Like that would be okay for me to say here because nobody's watching this right now. Like, okay, we might, this one might actually go viral. It depends because it's still trending. But for the most part, like we're not making any money off this right now, and we're doing
For the
this.
most part.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we're not making any money at all right now. But,
Is there something you haven't been telling us?
but essentially, though, until we get to that point, like it doesn't matter as much. Like
Yeah.
but where they're as big as they are, they're
Right.
probably one of the
They
even
even have a
10 on YouTube.
Nickelodeon show, don't
Yeah,
they?
they got their own TV
They
show,
did.
which
They had one on True TV. They dabbled in stuff. And this is probably a little mean, but from my experience, the Fine Brothers, from a creative standpoint, I don't think are super talented.
no, I agree. That's something I came up with for that too. Like they're not wanting to trademark. They're not wanting to trademark reaction or reaction videos. They're wanting to trademark their format. But
and
their
videos.
format is people at a table reacting to a laptop, essentially.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that can be taken the wrong way. The way that they said it, they compared it to a fast food chain. They were like, look at it like this. If you want to open up your own fast food restaurant, you can, and you can be successful at that, and you can make money at that, and that's fine. But if we're a Burger King and you want to open up a Burger King, you could go through us, and you can get our brand name, and you can get promotions and exclusive
Like
menu
the
items.
core of what they're wanting to do is fine. It's just they're not entirely sure how they do
Did
it.
they say
The way
that?
they went
Did
about it.
Because I haven't seen the video.
That
Did
was
they
in
say-
their update video, which was essentially
Which
a
they also-
damage
and
control
I think
video.
the worst thing they did was take the videos down because that just makes
Yeah.
it look a lot worse.
They took their React Around the World down and their update video
and
down.
then they just released like a blog post
Yeah.
about how they were sorry and weren't doing it.
formal
which
apology.
seems
That
wrong.
Burger King thing, though, to me sounds good.
Well, it does, but let me tell you how they should have said it. This is what they didn't say. Because they said it that way, someone else I was talking to used this. It's a good analogy, but it's also kind of incorrect.
To be fair, they did say that they were like, this is probably not the best analogy, but this is what they've come up with. They did forward with the fact that they didn't think they had a perfect analogy there.
This is the one that someone else came up with, that it kind of fits.
Okay.
But they said, like, for example, like, because you work at Wendy's, so a Wendy's employee can't trademark a mop. Just because they use the mop different than everybody else. However, if they wanted to brand the mop, they could come up with their own mop, like Swiffer, and they could trademark Swiffer because it's a different type of mop.
Right.
So essentially, that's what he was saying. But the way I see it, because media and physical items are different.
They are different.
I see it like American Idol. American Idol cannot trademark a talent show.
Yeah.
No.
But American Idol can trademark American Idol, their brand, and the
Right.
way they film it. So we could make a
to
show
a certain
called...
extent, I think that's what their attempt. That's what they wanted to do with the React.
We can make a show called All-Star American Singers,
Right.
and we could...
And we can
trademark that.
almost copy
Yeah.
the format.
Yeah, almost. But we have to make sure it's different enough. We have to make sure our judging critique is different and everything that we do is slightly different. And that would be fine. If they would have explained it like that, I think more people would have been like, okay, that's okay. And what kills me about it, about people overreacting in a way, because I kind of feel bad for them, because they
need, you know what
I don't
they need
think
to do?
any
They
malicious
need to have
intent.
people react to them overreacting.
They do. They really do. That would be awesome.
YouTubers react to Fine Brothers react around the world.
Hey, they could totally do that because it's viral right now, and if they posted that, they would get like a bunch of views, and that would be like...
You do run the risk of just making, because it's calming down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I watched one of the videos today, and
Yeah.
it's not like everyone disliked, although the comments are still pretty violent.
I think a lot of people overreacted on it because of that sense. Like, some people they've got proof, and they put up videos about how the Fine Brothers have taken down some of their videos before, but
And that is a dangerous.
they've said that first of all, it wasn't actually them; it was a subsidiary group from them. Second,
Which is also a problem.
it is a problem. And second, the Fine Brothers are claiming that they did not do this intentionally; it was not on purpose. They're going to fix it. They set up an email account where you can email them, and
Oh God, that's
if you
stupid.
well, I mean, it's for
a
this.
business thing.
If you
You
have
gotta do that.
okay.
if you have
business.
if you had a video taken down that you feel was taken down incorrectly, to email them directly, so you don't have to deal with YouTube, and they can take down the copyright claim themselves. So they'll see it, they'll look you up, they'll watch your video, and if they don't think it's infringing on their rights, they'll remove it themselves. But which is cool. But another thing is, what makes me kind of aggravated about the overreaction itself is so many other people have done this before. You guys know what retroware TV is?
Yes.
It's the same thing as React Around the World would have been, essentially.
Is it?
Pretty much, except I don't think they trademarked anything. But essentially, it was another website and another YouTube channel that helped other YouTube channels.
Oh.
So-
okay, yeah.
So and PewDiePie is doing the same thing right now, except he's not doing it on
Sort of like,
YouTube. He's
Machinima.
doing it over there. Yeah, Machinima.
Machinima did the
Screw
same.
Attack.
Protect
A
that.
lot of places do
Machinima
the
used to
same
be-
thing.
Used to do that all the I don't know.
What
if
is
they-
it?
Machinima.
Like,
Basically, they even got Jmdjstudios to do a show on there. Sometimes they would
Yeah.
even just straight up get channels, basically. Because,
Pretty
of course,
much.
Machinima was really big, and they would just sort of divvy up the money, and they would get creators they thought would be good, and they'd bring them over to the Machinima channel, where they'd get more views and generate more income from Machinima, and Machinima would, like, split part of it with them.
yeah, exactly. It's revenue sharing, and like retroware TV was big, and Pat the NES Punk he made good content, so he joins with them. So he has access to their brand. So before every, well, he's not. I don't think he's part of them now, but he used to be. So before every video, it would pop up retroware TV, and he would be on their site and on their channel.
Yeah.
So people
Maybe a
would
little
see
bit.
him, and they would go to his channel. So his subscribers would go up, and the revenue would be shared between the two. So that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And React Around the World was essentially that. Like, we could make a reaction video and upload it
We
to
can
React
make
Around
money.
the World.
So I
And
think
then
React
share
Around the
some money with you
World
guys.
wasn't
Yeah,
the
essentially.
problem. I think the problem was the
The
idea that
fear
they could...
of taking videos down.
Yeah,
and
the
abusing.
idea that they could own reacting
Yeah,
to and any
to an extent, and a lot of their like I said, the format is very uncreative almost and vague, and they weren't trademarking the word react, but they were trademarking the words kids react and
Kids
elders react
elders
and teens react and YouTubers react. So it's like, yeah, like it's a very fine line.
It's very, very
I see why people are mad, but I also don't see it
How about the
being as
people that's
bad as
already
it actually
made
is.
like their own React in those videos? Like other,
That's another thing
other
because they're not
YouTubers-
the first to do this.
other YouTubers like Rhett and Link. They have Rhett and Link react to kids react to their videos.
Yeah.
I believe.
Mhm.
Other YouTubers have done that. How about those?
As long as it was different enough, I suppose. But they took the trademarks down. But
so
and another thing, someone also told me that that you can't trademark a concept, which would be if they tried to trademark React, or like Sony tried to trademark Let's Plays. That's like trademarking a genre. Like, I'm trademarking rock and roll, or podcast. We're trademarking podcasts.
We own all podcasts.
So you have a podcast, we're going to take it down.
So essentially, like, we couldn't do that, but we could trademark Gamers of the Round Table as long as, you know,
No one else had it.
no one else had trademarked that before. And that would be okay because, you know, we're not going to go on there and be like, hey, you know, Pat the Internet Spunk, you can't do your podcast anymore.
Yeah.
Because we own podcasts.
We do gaming podcasts. We're the only ones.
Yeah. So essentially, that's how it works. And they did you see where they went after the Ellen show?
Wait, what?
The Fine Brothers.
The Fine Brothers went after the Ellen show?
Well, they made a pretty harsh comment towards her in the show.
I don't know.
She had a segment on one of her episodes where she had some children reacting to old technology, not like they were on stage.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, oh, this was a computer, and, you know, stuff like that. Which I haven't actually seen the show, but they said something like, it was pretty awesome that, you know, Ellen and her show and her staff did this without consulting us first. They didn't even invite us to the show. Like, we would have loved to be a part of it.
Oh, I remember. Didn't she start doing that before the React channel existed?
I'm pretty positive.
It was a segment that had already existed.
Essentially, that's what talk shows are. Like, talk shows consist of sitting and talking and reacting. Like, those three concepts.
Yeah.
That's why late night has migrated to YouTube so well. Because it was almost in the format that YouTube has taken on before. They just slice it up now into chunks.
Yeah.
Since you talked about the Ellen show, you know, Ellen had one segment on it one time where it was like bad commercials, and a commercial Rhett and Link did was on there, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think, and then Rhett and Link did like a little video like, can you believe Ellen had a commercial that we had on there? Because they make bad commercials on purpose.
With local.
Yeah.
They even got a TV show for a while.
But I thought it was funny.
I think Rhett and Link is probably one of the most adaptive YouTube duos I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
They're just like, they're able to sort of change what they do.
You know what's really weird? I don't know if I've watched almost every one of their videos. I don't think I'm subscribed to them yet. I need to check that. Like, because I see their videos, I go to their channel on purpose to see their videos, or I see them in my recommended, but I don't think I ever see them in my subscriptions.
Oh, really?
So I'm either subscribed and it's not working properly,
Good
or I'm
Mythical
not.
Mornings like almost every day except for weekends.
Yeah.
And then the Rhett and Link channel that has like
They upload pretty infrequently.
yeah. There for a while seemed like they were trying to do like some set schedule. It seemed like because they were uploading a video like every I don't know, like week or something. I don't know.